take VP. I'm going to stick with that. And I'd say it's going to be decently comfortable. Decently comfortable.
Decently comfortable.
I like your Billy Ocean reference there as well.
And you didn't do
When
a
the going gets tough, the
100%
tough gets
chance as well.
Yeah, slow down. Slow down.
None of that. None of that nonsense.
That was
anymore.
Dubai. That was a long time ago, Alex.
You never go full
Perhaps
Dubai.
my third event. You never go full Dubai.
Never go full Dubai, as I believe Taz said once. And this looks like we're going to be seeing a fight between Freiburg.
This is that banana at work. Freiburg's overthinking things.
What?
Too much potassium inside
Hey
it.
guys, I just did the maths on my phone, by the way. It's 11.4 bananas every hour.
That's a lot of bananas.
To be fair, you can die from overdosing on K. K is the chemical symbol for potassium.
Yeah,
You would know.
Aha.
I don't know what you were thinking, Moses.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
So what we can
The
say
generous
is if you
lifestyle.
had 11.4 bananas every hour for 24 hours a day for 7 years, you'd be in a K-hole.
exactly.
Yeah, perfect. Well, with all of that said,
Brilliant.
there is a gym nearby. Pasha has been going, and we know what he says that does to his performance. It's time to see if NIP can stand the wrath of Virtus Pro and Pasha that's found a gym. Two people that have also been hitting the gym. It's our casting squad. Let's jump in.
It's absolutely ridiculous analyst desk, isn't it? Someone just docked these people just literally minus 10% of their salaries. I mean, it's outrageous, isn't it? All right, we are going to head into the game. It's Virtus Pro and NIP on Nuke. I love it. Do you love it, Sumner? You don't like Nuke at all, do you?
You're asking me that question, Anders. It's
Yeah.
a loaded question. You know what my answer is going to be. No, I hate Nuke. I hate Nuke.
It's amazing.
I hate it nearly as much as Cobble. But, sometimes you just got to play on a map. And we don't get to choose. It's the players that get to choose. So there you go.
Well, it's odd, isn't it? Because in Vegas, we saw Nuke all the time. In Best of Ones, which I actually thought didn't make sense and at that point. It just was a weird thing that everyone wanted to play it in Best of Ones. Now we're seeing it. I think it's a pretty good gamble for NIP. I think on any other map, they're going to get beat up even worse by Virtus Pro.
And you saw the recent head-to-head results there between the two. But unfortunately, that last result, what was it? Pro League? 16-8 win for NIP online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not quite the same, is it?
Yeah. This is land.
Doesn't count.
I mean, you can't count on, what was it, going 12-3 versus VP every time?
No.
Doesn't work that way?
I think this could be an interesting game, but with winning the knife round as well, Freiburg at the end there, you saw him doing a pretty good job versus Pasha was called JJ for a short
It
moment.
was like this. It was like a samurai battle or something, One strike. It had to be the perfect strike. They waited. The sun was in Pasha's eyes for a second. Freiburg saw his moment. He struck.
Stabbed him right in the face.
And that was it. It was done.
Look, I mean, I think it's going to make a difference. They get start CT side, and the Virtus Pro will start on the T side. So we'll see if this is NIP's chance to really upset the situation here. I mean, the skill level right now between these two is pretty massive, and we'll see with Draken as well if he can have the impact that they're looking for on the CT side. We're about to head into the game, so if you're just joining us, then a big welcome here. It's Star Series, and it's NIP versus Virtus Pro. Best of one game. And we still have more coming up in the day. A really, really good game between G2 and SK is coming up later. Yes! It's going to be good fun, so definitely stay with us. We'll see how it goes. Already the smoke and the kit being picked up by Draken, and a lot of utility on the VP side. Look at this.
Smoke's already being used. Neo, he just threw his smoke. Pasha's still holding onto his. It's looking like it's going to be action ramp here in a moment, though. Neo trying to make some noise. So it's starting to get a little bit confusing for NIP. But Forrest, look at how passively they're holding ramp. He's willing to give it up. He's looking for the shot. He's not quite going to find it.
And he's just jumping around the corner like that. Forrest not able to get the shot, and now they're down the ramp towards the B bomb site. Freiburg with a great headshot. Going to be able to take down Bialy, and that's a strong start. They're going to be looking for a retake here, so being 5 versus 4 will definitely help them out. Now the bomb is being planted. Freiburg opening the doorway. He's going to go look for it, but that smoke, making sure he couldn't see a thing. That's some really great planning out of VP.
Freiburg looks like he's on point right now. He's moving quick. Snappy movements. Freiburg going for the chance, and he's going to win the fight. 2 kills for Freiburg now, including the knife. No, 3 with the knife. There's the smoke, and the diffuse going through, but it's going to get denied by Snacks. Ballsy play by Draken, but they just got cut off.
Yeah, trying to smoke up that bomb. Now they're playing with the doors. Please, will someone end this? Snack's going to get one, and a second one too, but the bomb has been defused inside the smoke. It's NIP. Ninjaing the bomb right in front of Virtus Pro. It couldn't be any more fitting, could it?
I don't even know what to think anymore, Anders. That smoke is like the longest smoke that has ever been used in CSGO.
Yes.
You know that VP are just like, will it ever clear?
Look, those doors were dangerously close to suffering from just metal fatigue. Just, all the time. It's ridiculous. All right, well, with a bomb plant, instead of saving for AKs the next round, Virtus Pro have lost their minds, and I've gone for Tech-9s, Mac 10, and more 2 UMPs here instead, trying to see if they can bring it right back in the face of NIP. in the following round. This is, I think, way too much.
Draken's got his scout. I mean, it's a high risk, but high reward. You do not want Nip getting that economy built up on Nuke CT side. If you can put a halt to him early, if you can limit their nades, this is the gamble from VP. Yali not quite going to spot the man. Unfortunately for him, Forrest is pushed up by Big Red out in the yard. There's the opening kill to start things off.
Flashbangs in for the ceiling windows. Freiburg couldn't get the line up, but Exist most certainly will. And the quad kill coming through. 3 UMP kills and 1 USP, and it's done.
Oh, and he just barely missed out on picking up the M4 there at the end. Tough break for Exist, but with all the money he just made with that UMP, he's not going to be feeling the pain too much. He's got 5,400 in the bank. Let's go. Draken, you want that op?
You definitely do that. So the gamble for Virtus Pro not quite working out. Those ceiling flashbangs, by the way, they're very, very difficult to do. So I think in both in Source and 1.6 they were way more effective. And in this version, it's kind of hard to make it work properly. At least no one has figured out sort of the optimal way, it seems. But I still like the attempt from Virtus Pro, and if it had worked, yeah, you're right, they would have done a lot of damage to NIP. Taz in the corner, Freiburg. A bit too adventurous. Gonna end up going down, but he didn't have any guns on him.
He didn't have anything. What was that? He had a USP. Just looking for fights. Boar's going to try and buy some time out in the yard. Gets the goosh headshot. Down to 1 HP. Snacks. And there we go. That was just enough to give Pasha an edge.
Why NIP? Why is this happening? Even if he just had the USP, I'm still not sure why he would even feel any inclination to go and look for that. They knew what rifles they had last round. They could be almost 100% sure that Virtus Pro wouldn't have anything in this round. So just wait it out. Now, 3 versus 5, and Draken getting shot in the side of the head. Get right, picking up a kill, but... Oh, no. Not like this, NIP.
Oh, fantastically amazing with that, babe. Taz knows that he's close as well. He's waiting for the moment. There's the flash. Runs right in. Could pick up the scout as well. He didn't see the man below. And Exist is now the last man alive here on the A site. 1v3. Can he hold the line with the UMP? He nearly did it. Not going to happen. Too many targets.
I don't know why they just did that.
Well, you're feeling confident. You're feeling pumped up. Exist just wrecked them single-handedly. Now you got to spend all your bank. All of the money. And I'm surprised to see them going for so many rifles when Exist, he could go for that UMP and get full nades in a kit. Instead, he's going for the M4 Kevlar.
If you really wanted to use Freiburg as a sort of a canary in the coal mine, then have him outside with Forrest. And have him be the one who distracts, and then Forrest gets the kills. But just very, very odd decision-making coming out of the Swedish side here. A nice wall, and we see it in even a great camera angle there. It lets Pasha gets all the way back. Yeah, you're right. We're not quite 4K yet, but I don't think anyone could even receive it, so whatever. 4 men sneaking through the smoke towards Ramp, and Draken is there. Gets 1 kill. Now he can fall back. He legs him as well. That's great job here for the Swedish sniper. Pasha's also been taken out. NIP, they might get their revenge in this round. Snacks left, and not really for much longer. Snacks, they've only got the kill on Exist, and this is brilliant. I really think it was a stupid mistake for Nip last round, but if they can bring it back already, then it will make up for, well, maybe even do more than make up for it. Snacks goes down, and now the VP economy is looking really weird. 2 of their players could buy. The other 3 would have to go for Tech 9s. Question is, do you want to take that risk?
Yeah, I'm curious if VP weren't expecting the op, if that was the big thing. If they were going to think that Forrest was going to play it passive like he did in the pistol round, right? If you're going to leave ramp open, maybe we can just rush down there, see if we can get close quarters on that B site again. Instead, they just got wrecked by that op, and that's just turned the tide. This is classic Nip kind of hold as well when you have Forrest playing in hell like that. It's throwback to the OG days.
Actually go for it. 2 AKs, and the rest with a Tech 9, so...
Let's dance.
Yeah, right now VP are just playing a hard game. Is it going to be too much? That's the question. Exist. Bit aggressive here towards the hut, and it's going to pay off. He takes down Taz and smartly backs off right away.
What is the setup going to be here for Virtus Pro? Snacks has got the smoke and flash combo here. 4 players still alive for VP, but no closer to getting onto a bomb site.
Yeah, I suspect this smoke is going to be for main. or Mini, if you prefer. It can work really well, so that will at least make sure that Draken can't get in too quick. Yeah. Oh no, it touches the Molotov. That means it. Maybe it's still going to be working. That could be very scary. I think it's meant to go a little bit further, but there doesn't seem to be a gap. Those kind of variables that you can't really control can make a big difference. It did work out, I think, and they did manage to get down, get right, running in, looking for Neo. The bomb will be planted. And now it's a 4 versus 3 for the retake here. Get right out in the open, isolated, trying to reload. And he will have time for it. Draken shooting stacks in the back. Bialy goes down, and now Neo 1 versus 3. He gets a headshot on Draken, and he's got the bomb in his position, looking for more. Takes down Forest Sprite, and Neo with a triple, taking down a third in Get Right, and now Exist coming in for the final kill. It's Neo with the ace, shutting down all of NIP. Unbelievable.
Let's go, Neo. That's how it's done. Taz can't even believe it. What a sick play. And the 1v4 at the end makes it look easy. Pure class. Let's watch that again. Yes, please. There's the first, and that's avoidable, but then just a series of duels after that.
Wow. You would have thought maybe NIP had enough time to group everybody up, especially when they had him isolated by the door, you know. A bit too stressed, a bit too panicked, and now NIP are the ones forcing up in. It's almost a slightly crazy force here. 2 M4s, a scout, some 5.7s. I'm not quite sure about this one. Forest, lingering around by Volcano, ready to jump up if anything shows, but some long-range smokes here.
I like that a lot. That's very clean.
Impressive.
Not at risk of any aggression as well, being pushed back that far. And so yard control is there for VP. All 5, you can see them milling around, looking for a shot with that AWP is Snacks, but the rest of them pushing towards Secret. I believe that's Forrest down below, exactly holding the angle. Decent spot to be holding as well. He can be able to fall back from here.
Those smokes were so far away that by the time they got to them, they were evaporating as they were crossing. If that was an AWP and not a scout, and Draken was in the right position, you can get killed like that. All right, well, still 40 seconds left. They know that they're down Secret, and Virtus Pro, I am not a big fan of them waiting quite this long. I think this could be a bit scary. Forrest's going to be falling back in, but he's definitely called it out. The backup should be coming in. Get Right holding the other angle. That's the bomb down on Neo, and Get Right sprays and gets a double. Pistols out again. He's looking for the headshot on Pasha, but he can't get it. But he may have bought just enough time here. 20 seconds, and this is really bad for a Virtus Pro. Get Right with a big round.
He certainly has bought enough time, and in the meantime, Freiburg chimed in as well from the vents, and so they're just doing tremendous damage here. Forrest alive for days as well, because he's got a place to hide back there, and there's just no escape. Perfectly done here for NIP, reading VP like a book.
The madness continues.
Oh, and it looks like we had Snacks drop out. No, Bialy.
Yeah, just a quick disconnect, so it gives us all a bit of time to breathe here. Right now, this is setting up to be a crazy game.
Mm-hmm.
Neither of these two teams are willing to take any kind of real eco. Anytime they're close, they just force whatever they can. So we have all this trading going back and forth. Now, if it continues in this pattern, it will be VP coming out on top.
Yes.
But now, they can't even buy an AK. If they buy Tech 9s in this round, I think officially they may have lost their minds.
It's almost a question of whether or not they'd have to match Medic here, because he comes back with 1,400 Bialy, but he might have spent everything in the last round as well, so it wouldn't really matter. This is a double eco scenario for VP regardless. So, curious to see, yeah, they're going to go for the force, right? Curious to see if they're going to try and go for the vents play again down to the B site to just get that bomb plant. Just go for one of those older strategies that we've seen in the past, and they can be effective. But I would be surprised to see somebody from NIP holding on that upper site right there at Squeaky Door, trying to deny it.
Yeah. They would have to double eco. I just not sure about it. Draken's got the AWP outside. They do smoke him off rather nicely, and shot rings through right between all the VP players. But Forrest is there, and with the help of a grenade as well, picking off Bialy. So already they're pretty softened up and trying to make their way down. Freiburg gets a kill on the bomb carrier there. Things aren't looking good for VP, even in terms of putting the bomb down. This could be tricky now. And look at Freiburg, incredibly aggressive and pushing right through. He's got that smoke covering him from behind, and Forrest to take down Snacks. So this is another wonderful round for NIP, with Freiburg getting a triple. And now, no bomb plant. They needed that Virtus Pro.
They desperately needed a bomb plant in this sort of scenario, because now what kind of a buy you're going to have going into the next round? it's not going to be pretty. Whereas this is where Nip can stabilize. They finally have a chance. Should be a hard eco out of VP. You really want to try and get Exist in a position to shine with that SMG. Try and farm up as much money as possible because no Kevlar. And really on CT side, look at this. The full buy from Nip. Just everything. So try and minimize your grenade usage in this round and just try and save every buck you can if you're Nip.
Yeah, how much do they get? Like 2,200 after this, so it's gonna be still gonna be very minimal what they can buy in the next round. They will at least have AKs. Get right? Bit aggressive towards the trophy room. And the spray will be successful eventually. No reason to take any crazy risks. We've already seen what happens.
Yeah, not at all. They do have Pasha exactly out in yard. He has been spotted by Draken. And yeah, Forrest is there to back Draken up as well. Freiberg down in the vents, his customary spot. So now really this is all just about Nip working the map, but more importantly just exactly playing safe angles that you'll be able to fall back from.
Really taking the time, Virtus Pro. Hoping, and maybe for good reason. I mean, they've already seen evidence that NIP would come and look for them and fight them. So I think that's just what they're hoping for once again. But luckily, the Swedish team managed to stabilize themselves a bit. I think they realize now that Virtus Pro are here to play today. Snacks has gone down. He was the one who had the upgraded pistol. And Bialy the last to fall. A flawless round for NIP. That's the one thing you don't want to hear if you're on the VP side. The money's starting to look pretty good for the Swedes.
Yep.
And Virtus Pro buying everything they can, but you can really tell it's not quite enough here. They need some of the Molotovs there, just to, especially for the after plants.
Yeah, without that bomb plant in the force buy round, the round before this one, right? They're limited. That's the $800 that's out of their pockets, and so that could have been the difference between Snacks picking up an op or not, or just full nades, like you say, right, with the Molotovs. So now they're somewhat limited. I'm curious if VP are going to try and change the pace, and it does look like it. So far, they're just going barreling towards Squeak Door. They could just try and rush straight down. Freiberg on upper is going to get picked by Taz to start, and Draken, he's up close with the op.
It's almost a 2-for-1. He gets the next kill, 2 on Bialy. Draken really stepping it up here. He can't get the last one, but he's already done enough for us to close the round with a double kill. Draken, I need to see that first shot in slow motion because that was very, very nearly a double shot. You look at the panic as well. As he's running back from Hut, he has no idea how to play that position, and then he still gets that double kill.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, no one knows how to play that.
Well, I mean, least of all VP. They're not expecting him to be in there with an AWP. What's this? Where did this guy come from? You kill Freiberg, you kill Exist. You're thinking, great, we got it on lock.
Man, that was really well done. 7-2. Now moving into the 10th round here. Things are now starting to look a bit weird for Virtus Pro. It's definitely not done. T side of Nuke. If they can get 2 more rounds, then things are looking reasonable. But in the past, with the reintroduction of this map, we have seen some teams come up with much more than 4 or 6 rounds on T side. We've seen some really T-sided maps as well. So
That's kind of been the theme.
it's possible.
It is possible just for VP to get shut out like this, though. I mean, yesterday when we saw them play SK, they were trying to play aggressive on CT, and it felt like they were getting clobbered every single time. Here on T side, they're making calls. We're seeing a variety in their strats as well. It's not like they're just rinsing and repeating the same thing over and over. And yet every time, at every turn, they seem to just be running into a wall. Really impressed with Nip's level right now. 7-2 on CT side for Nip. This is a great, great start to the half.
Yeah, it's definitely looking much better at the moment. Exist. Taking a couple of shots through. Just having a bit of a weird duel with Snacks on the other side. They're going to try and see if they can make their way down. The bomb is also down secret, so there could definitely be a bomb plant here. It might even be really difficult for them to stop it. Again, Freiberg, very aggressive, and he gets the 180 turn, taking it down, and Draken making sure there's not going to be a bomb plant. Actually, NIP managed to save that round. And that's Freiberg sacrificing himself to stop the bomb from going down.
Well played. Well worth it as well. And
Yes.
there's the timeout. There's the tactical timeout getting called by Virtus Pro. But yeah, that's worth it. Any day of the week, if you're Freiberg, you're going to be like, right, again, stopping them from making that money. And there's plenty of money in the bank for Freiberg to rebuy fully. So no worries there.
Virtus Pro with the timeout. They do have a lot of money. All of them close, hovering right around the $6,000 mark. So they can buy whatever they want for this one. Now, do they have an execute? Do they have something planned that can be a bit better than what we've seen. There are some encouraging signs of your Virtus Pro. For one thing, they seem to consistently be able to get down secret. That not all teams can do that. Some teams don't even get that far. But but they can't get yard control beyond that. They're not pushing in towards CT spawn, which is actually a weakness that a lot of teams in this new version of the map have shown, that they only have one player yard on the CT side, and when he gets pushed back or goes down, suddenly the C side controls everything. But NIP are doing a really good job at not doing that. Forrest is playing pretty good when he's out in yard, and they almost always have a backup style. Now it's Drake in there instead, but so Freiburg is instead going to be there to help him out. I like this.
Well, look, it is this 1-2 combo between Freiburg. Well, Freiburg trying to get back into secret. That was not good enough. A little bit close too slow to pull the trigger there.
I don't think they were expecting Pasha to charge the red container. That rarely happens, so a bit crazy, but great job on Pasha. It's going to certainly give them the opening they needed here, Virtus Pro. Now, what did it do?
The curious part. They've got lobby control here, VP. They're just waiting for these smokes to clear. They have plenty of time to work around them, and NIP no longer have any smokes to use either. This is where the pressure starts to set in for NIP. They're going to come around the corner. You're going to have to hit that shot immediately. So Draken, does he dare go for a peek out into yard? He doesn't know where the op is in play, if there's an op in play, all of that jazz. So got to worry about the risks here.
Doors opened once. They do have a crossfire exist. Waiting on the other side, but making their way through. Forrest is already down and out. Exist going to turn around for the grenade. Now it's going to have to be a bit of a hero moment if they can claim this round back. NIP, it's a good start with Exist taking down Taz with a headshot, but he gets caught. Worst possible timing, get right with a spray. Can't connect, but Draken on the other side, though, picking up 2 big kills with the AWP. It's a 1-on-2, and they almost do line up for him. He's going to have to make his way out. That Molotov just a bit too hot to handle. Neo and Snacks, they should be able to play this round to perfection. He's got the AWP. They shouldn't really be letting him out at all from this heaven position. Molotov, not really going to do much to Neo, and now walking in, going to get shot right in the foot. And that will be a 3rd round for Virtus Pro. Very well done.
Yeah, despite Exist's best efforts. And get right with the panic spray up close with the M4A1. That's like the worst nightmare position. You're just internally screaming the entire time. But Exist is looking crisp. That was a very nice headshot to start things off. He just couldn't account for Pasha being in main like that. What a nice car. That looks like a, what? We need Sato here, for that sort of thing, like a Volkswagen Golf.
Yeah, I don't think he would call that a nice car, though. I feel like Matt's standards are higher than yours and I's. So I feel like
some would say unreasonable, unreasonably high.
I don't know, man. I watched that video where they were racing down in Germany. I want to try that too.
Dude, it's just I was laughing about Moses, but apparently like Sponge was literally covering his eyes, curled up in the back seat the entire time.
I'm gonna book a man day with Sadokist at some point and just go there, just chill out. Get driven around. Draken alone out in yard. This is one of those slightly dangerous things to try and do, but we'll see how well he plays it. Staying alive matters just about as much as getting kills when you are in the yard like this, because if you go down, then suddenly the T's have so much control. It looks like Virtus Pro are really, really slow playing this one. NIP still had money to buy even losing that round. If they lose this one, though, it should be eco time, more or less. So Virtus Pro, a lot riding on this. Neo setting up this smoke is going to land towards heaven, and he does it pretty much perfectly. See if they can make it work for this push.
Taz covering the rear. There's 2 players in ramp right now. If VP decides to wrap around, Freiburg catches Neo in the feet. And now you can see the defense set in. Get right, Forrest, Draken, they're all rotating down to ramp. There's going to be a big fight here in just a moment. Draken misses the shot, though. There was the golden opportunity. But Forrest is there to trade.
And I think Get Right misplayed that. I don't know why he wouldn't wait for his teammates to come in there. Now lining up for Freiburg. He's going to pick up 1. Couldn't get the follow-up headshot. Looked like he had the angle for it now. 13 seconds. No smoke for Bialy. If they go and pick him now, he's done for. But he will get the bomb plant. Snacks is going to be going down. And now nothing left. Bialy drops next to Exist, and the round is over. NIP managed to claim it back, and they only have money on 2 players here, Virtus Pro. This is disastrous.
Yeah, the reset coming through. Just like that. And if you're following the trend, I guess, we see a force buy here from VP. You got the money to go Tech 9 armor with nades.
I just wouldn't. I would set my sights on 4 rounds here.
Okay.
Give them 10, then, if you're really good, you can win 5, but get the rifles to at least get one more round. Yeah, that was dangerous for a second there because I think Get Right. I don't know if he was scared that they were going to Molotov, and maybe that's why he thought I have to go and peek now. But he had two teammates right there, so if they had counted to 3 and gone for it, the crossfire should have been enough to kill the round right there. Actually.
Well, again, breaking the windows. This has been fairly common for Neo and for VP, and so not a whole lot for Nip to read into just yet.
Certainly not yet. And even, I mean, you saw just last round when Neo puts the smoke to heaven and then they end up going ramp instead. So just a lot of mind games, and it's tricky. It's really difficult when you're the player holding inside of those bomb sites. You're gonna call these small things out. You know, okay, they smoked heaven, and then you hear the footsteps and you wonder, are they actually coming or not? Especially if you're flashed, right? If you make the wrong call for your team at that point in time, really bad things happen. Grenade, not doing anything. No one on that side of the smoke. And Molotov. Still have another one left on Draken, who's outside. Bialy seems to be sneaking in towards Mini. Right around the corner. If Freiburg gets this first kill, he's heard them already going down the ladder. Freiburg, timing is everything right now. Get Right does spot it out. Down to 37 seconds here as Pasha goes down.
Great patience there demonstrated by Get Right as well. Not going for the spray and pray, just taking his time with it. The bomb has been planted, so small success, a big success, in fact. 2 big kills coming in here for VP. Things are getting interesting, although, as I say, it Exist and Draken find their own frags. And it's down to Taz and Snacks. Snacks has the AK, though. Positioning, he's backing up Taz. They're doubled up. But they have a smoke for the defuse here, and IP. They need to be smart about it.
It's already up. Forrest actually on top of the silo there. And Taz right underneath him. Somehow they haven't seen each other. Taz firing furiously into the smoke. Can't see a thing. And he's going to go down now. It's Snacks. Can he get the right angle? Forrest with his back turned. And Draken, there's nothing he can do any longer. And Snacks going to go and fight him. It's a bit aggressive. He gets a triple. And Virtus Pro win the round. Very, very well done. That was a great afterplant for them. 4-9. And moving into the 14th round. And a tactical timeout being called by Virtus Pro. Is it?
It is. Tactical timeout used by Neo. A little bit of time to discuss here with Cuban. Curious to see who's doing any of the talking. Perhaps it is Cuban. This is something that I've heard more and more of, that the coaches are getting more involved with the call of the tactical timeout. That it's not so much the in-game leader in-game, but it's the coach kind of giving him a tap on the shoulder saying, okay, have some information to communicate here.
Right now, NIP have got to be very worried because they're 9-4, and that's looking good. But only really 3 of them can buy. The other 2 would have to go either FAMAS or Pistol. So if they lose this round, suddenly the game could end up 9-6. And then Virtus will just be celebrating, thinking, great, this is perfect. UMP, of course, on Get Right instead. But yeah, this is not done yet. Even if NIP have done a good job, Virtus Pro, I mean, like the desk is saying, one of the best teams in the world at playing Nuke.
Yeah, they are monsters on this map, which is why I was wondering for Nip, in Nip's case, that they were going to go ahead and try and face VP here. Draken getting aggressive, though. Taz not quite going to find it. 41 HP left, but he manages to dart back to safety, Draken. It's still a 5-on-5. Look at the nades left for Nip, though. Just ticked past a minute 30. We have no smokes left, 4 flashes. This is going to be a dicey round for the Swedes.
Eventually, Virtus Pro will realize that, saying, wait a minute, nothing is being smoked or Molotov any longer, so obviously they're going to be out. They're waiting patiently.
Dolly setting up outside.
Yeah, right, playing close with the UMP. He can call for Draken fairly quickly if anything is going to be happening here. He sees them, flashbang out. It's going to have to be a quick rotation. They're actually pre-firing that. They definitely know Draken's got to be careful. He still gets the kill on Neo. Almost unbelievable. Looked like that wasn't going to happen now. Get Right falling back, and Exist going to be taken down. Taz Freiburg goes, but Exist just controlling the hut at the moment, and the remaining VP players, how did they get through?
30 seconds as well. Not expecting Forrest to be playing from main. And Exist will get the last kill in the end. 3 for him. And VP looking to just go for a big split. Getting that ramp control, but also looking to try and take advantage of vents. And they just got completely annihilated by Exist as they tried to get out through Squeak Door. That made all of the difference. VP perhaps overthinking things in this follow-up round.
Exist doing such a good job here. 18 kills on him. 14 on Freiburg, 12 on Forest, and Draken on 11 as well. To actually get right at the bottom of the scoreboard at 6 kills, but he has also been holding ramp, and this is one of the reasons why a lot of people just don't like being ramp, because it's such a weird position, and very often you end up being the sort of the last one left, where you get very little action.
Yeah, you're going into difficult retakes, or you're just getting killed outright by 4 people rushing you. So, fun spot. And it is true, actually. It's almost like the short straw who gets to play ramp most of the time when you're on that CT side. Draken gets picked to start, however. That's Snacks putting that AWP to good use. So now can Forrest try and bring it back here for NIP? He's still out in yard, looking to see if he can't catch somebody out, but the smokes are going down. He's somewhat limited.
Get around. This is a bit suspicious if you're Forrest right now. Why did they throw that deep smoke into Garage? Can he call it out? One's already made his through. Forrest a bit greedy. He wants more than just the 1 kill, but when he peeks out, there's no one else there. Now he could get completely isolated. Is he going to call for backup, or is he just going to try and fight it out alone? They're coming in from all angles. He gets another headshot. He sees Snacks. I think he saw the gun barrel there, so he knows the grenade going out as well. Snacks walking a bit into it, but is it going to be done? Actually took no damage from that one. Bialy goes down, and Taz going to pick up Exist. 2 on 3. But Forrest is being such a distraction out here. And he gets the kill on Snacks as well. Just Forrest single-handedly winning this round for NIP, in spite of the fact that he wasn't in that great of a position. 11-4 in favor of the Swedish Ninjas for the first half. That is not bad at all.
No, that is solid work. And Forrest, the hero, again. You talked about this in the past, Andrews, how he could be just like ethereal. I don't know. Impossible to touch. Oh, and the bomb got dropped in there as well.
Yes. Now, I think this whole tournament, Forrest has shown that he's definitely on point. We do have a halftime break coming up, so stay with us, and we will be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's the second half coming up here between NIP and Virtus Pro, and it's been quite exciting. We're playing on Nuke for once. We have, I think, is this the first Nuke we have in the tournament, or close to at least? Maybe I lost count at some point, but it seems like it's been mainly Mirage and Cobblestone that's been played, and really almost nothing else. Cash once in a while, and some Inferno, but a lot of the other maps have been missing entirely. Now, we'll see how they do second half here. Virtus Pro, they got 4 rounds. That means they can still win the game, but if Virtus Pro, or NIP win this pistol, it's going to be more than just a bit uphill for them. So I would say NIP have put themselves in a really good chance for a massive upset if they win this game.
Absolutely. I think anybody would say that.
Yes.
It's you especially coming into Nuke, you expect VP to dominate. You expect them to come out on top, especially given how NIP have been so shaky lately. But since Draken has come back in, I mean, it seems like it took them a little bit to get to the honeymoon. You know, they're traveling on the first day. wasn't really, too nice, right? Maybe missed their flight, etc. But now it's full honeymoon mode.
What the hell is that flashbang?
Nice try.
Caught in the
Points.
doorway.
Points.
So ridiculous, isn't it? Pasha now going to be falling all the way back, so at least it didn't cost them anything. They also had a Molotov that they've already used, and I'm not exactly sure where it landed. I was sort of hoping it would be for the afterplant, because actually that would be a good idea. Now they're going to be swarming the bomb site, and Taz already taking the face off Forest. Draken actually gets one in return, and now they've got Taz isolated, shooting him right in the bum, and he ends up going down. Neo trying to stay alive out on the scaffolding here, and eventually will be dropped. Neo goes down to Freiburg, and now Pasha trying to get up the ladder, but not sure that's going to work out. This is unwinnable.
This game of Ring Around the Rosie. Yeah, the bomb has been planted, and it's ticking for a while now. Still 30 seconds left before it goes off, but... Pasha, I mean, you're hoping that you're going to hit a headshot, but it doesn't seem like you're capable of it. Not this round, at least. Freiburg has definitely been doing work for NIP this map. Usually, heavily criticized, and for good reason. I mean, he's been definitely struggling with his game for quite some time, but it seems like so far, the roles that have changed have allowed him to find that comfort level with Draken, and he stepped up today.
Yeah, I think how well... This is going to sound like some dumb excuse, but I think I think Freiburg's level depends a hell of a lot on whether or not the team as a whole is working. Because Freiburg is a team, it's sort of a player that does most of his work within the team. So if everyone is playing for themselves and there's no real communication and all of that stuff, then I think Freiburg is going to be a worse player. So yeah, I would use him. You can almost use him as a vector for how well the team is doing. He's good. I guess that's the shortest way of putting it. Now we've got the force up from Virtus Pro. Why not? 3 set 75s and Deagles. Yali playing this close range, spots them out, tries to fall back a bit. He's going to get one, and at least they know what's coming.
Well played. Well, nope. Time to get out. Luckily for him, he might as well be in a chimney, so it's all good. He's got a way out. Let's see. Wow, great peek. The double, the pair. Pasha wiped off the face of the planet, and Neo now. Oh, good timing there from Taz. He actually manages to get in and deny the bomb plant, but so much damage taken already.
Oh man, get right, escaping down the ladder. That's going to be disappointing for Snacks, but even more so because they're going to lose the round. Freiburg with a triple. That will bring 13 rounds to NIP. Man, Virtus Pro experiencing the less fun side of playing Nuke.
Now, losing that pistol round, it's nightmarish. And it also means that they're going to be somewhat limited when it comes to their buy round as well. Not going to have as many of the anti-rush nades. Nip can try and take that into account if they want. Really try to put the pressure on.
Freiburg top fragging now. 21 kills. Helped a bit by that quad kill in the round, but why not now? Let's go. I mean, what do you do in a round like this? Do you just force again? Or do you let them have 14 and then hope that you can make the miraculous comeback, which we've seen before?
We have. On Nuke in particular.
Yeah.
But it's tough to say when it comes to this version of Nuke. And, well, it's even more difficult to do when you're going to be limited in the 19th round on your buy. So Forrest already setting up at the smoke. Very quickly done. Right out here into Yard. And it looks like Nip are going to go ahead and put a strategy, a very old strategy.
How does he throw that smoke, Forrest? That almost has... Because the problem with the sky on Nuke is that it moves around. There's almost no fixed points.
Mm-hmm.
So it must have been like a thumb kind of lineup or something. Or he's just a genius. I mean, we know he is.
Just
So.
eyeballing it, It's like looking up there like, right about there.
Oh, oops. 2 versus 5. It's actually a legitimate question. You know how you have that, there's a command that says show position? And that command will also give you... Okay, yeah. That command will also give you the angle which you're looking at. This is something that actually Daze used in his video about pop flashes. With quite a good video. If anyone hasn't seen that video, you should definitely go and watch it. But I wonder if you're allowed to play with that in game. Because if you were, then you could actually set up grenades from anywhere. You wouldn't need any fixed points, right? You would just know I have to go to these coordinates and look at this angle, and then you could do anything, right? But I don't even know if it's legal, and I don't know, and maybe even if it is, people would think it's ridiculous. But I've thought about it many, many times.
It would be just a little OP.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways, yeah. You see, otherwise, see, that is definitely the thumb that he's using, yeah. So But the Forest one, I've never seen that before from that angle. 14-4, and this is where it begins for Virtus Pro. If they want the comeback, and I'm sure they do, now is the time to start building it, and they definitely need to start having this first round at least. Got all the M4s, got 2 flashbangs, or 2 grenades left, sorry.
Looking like the split onto A, right through main. There's the opening pick. Exist with the entry frag. Drops Bialy immediately, but Taz is able to reply. Not before Exist shoots him in the back. Exist, the beast.
Doing more work. He's going to get the quad kill. Now he's on 1 health, but Neo is the only one to stop them. Get right. Looking at the right angle and sneaking through the fire. There is Neo. He's going to get the headshot, and now Exist on the other side. 1 health to get the ace, and Neo creeping around. Exist going to be going down. Neo to clutch it for his team with a triple kill, saving it and keeping Virtus Pro in this match. My God, man. That can't get any closer than this, can it?
How is that possible? Neo, again, with the 1vx. Did it in the first half as well to give VP the actual rounds that they ended the half with, but still, you got to give it to Exist. That's so incredibly frustrating. Oh.
Throwing water on myself. All right.
Too excited, man. He had 1 bullet and he gets the kill on Snake. I'm a bit surprised by Get Right, though. I think that's interesting that he got caught off guard like that.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he thought the fire would keep Neo back, because he did actually sort of sneak at the edge of the fire there, so maybe that was what beat the timing in Get Right's head. Squeak door blown up already. Used to be that people would try and rush that right away, but it seems to be much less popular. Forest, though, on a grand adventure, sneaking around the bomb site all the way around on the railing. Get right, eating some grenade damage. Once that smoke clears, look at that. Bialy's got no idea. That's a powerful position.
And Forrest, in the meantime, has taken down Taz as well. There's Neo right on the edge of the smoke, though, able to eliminate Freiburg. The flank coming through from Forrest draws his attention away, and Forrest should be able to pick up the second kill, but somehow Pasha comes out ahead. Still, 1v3 for Pasha, and not long either. Exist another triple kill for him. Just going to work. He's clocked in. He's nearly dropping a 30 bomb, Andrews. He's at 29.
Yeah, this is impressive. Really, really well done at the moment. 15-5 here as NIP put themselves at match and map point. Obviously, it's the best of 1. Virtus Pro doing their very best. That position for Get Right was good. The flank from Forest, just even if you only got the 1 kill and couldn't really sort of follow it up, it breaks the whole defense apart. Like, what are you going to call out to your team at that point? Wait, he's in heaven? What? Like, it's so confusing.
And now look at the state of the economy here for VP.
Wow.
There we go, Draken. Not every day we actually see that work, but perfectly done.
Taking out Neo through the squeak door and then just immediately disappearing. Now Snacks, this is what he does the best. Waiting inside of the smoke and just trying to find the timing. They are right there, but he snuck back into Mini instead. Doesn't want to try and challenge it. We've seen that from him in the past where he actually tries to follow people down secret. This time instead, going to get shot in the leg by the AK. Now, 4 members of NIP, actually 5th one even coming in here. Draken wants to follow up. Nice headshot.
Clean. As clean as it gets. Haven't taken a single point of damage yet, Nip. And now they've got access to that B site. Forrest waiting to see it. He is going to be hanging around. Collects the kill on Bialy as well, and this is just falling apart for Virtus Pro. It's over. Taz, 1v5, and the bomb getting planted on the lower site.
Man, this is shocking. They played against SK yesterday and got beat up. Now they're playing against NIP and they're getting beat up. Now, I think a lot of it comes down to the map, but still, what a shocking result here. Taz going to be shooting down Draken, but it is way too late. He takes down Get Right too, and now picks up the AWP, and Exist will shut it out, and that's so fitting. Ends at 31 kill, and NIP defeat Virtus Pro 16-5 on Nuke. Who would have thought?
Yeah, who would have seen this coming? I mean, after yesterday's loss for Virtus Pro, this has been a very difficult couple of days here for the Polish powerhouse. I mean, and they are a powerhouse. Anybody coming into this match would predict that Virtus Pro are going to be able to take it, that they had a good fight against SK, or should have had a good chance to take it against SK as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone would agree that, top 2 team in the world. I think there's it's very hard to argue against that.
And yet now they find themselves 1-2, right? 1 match away